2022 has finally come in joy, filled with hope for a good new year. But with it are memories and events from 2021 left to us, things that humanity will not never be forgotten. Good memories, bad memories that when we mention make us smile, sometimes make us cry out of tears.
Let's take a look at what happened in 2021. At the beginning of January 2021, COVID-19 continued to cling to the world. In the UK, Prime Minister Boris decided for the safety of the people, he imposed a third nationwide blockade.
White House were attacked by protesters. Protesters tried to overturn Donald Trump's defeat in the presidential election.
The 46th presidential election took place extremely dramatic with the victory in favor of Joe Biden, and Donald Trump, after 4 years of tenure, had to leave the White House.
Why everyone is focusing on attention on the US presidential election, the Boeing 737-500 flight had a serious accident near Indonesia, killing 63 people as well as injuring many others. The incident once again showed us the subjectivity of airlines in the maintenance and inspection of aircraft before flights.
At the end of January and at the beginning of February, we heard the news that couldn't be better. WHO has sent an investigation team to China to find out the true origin of corona. If people can know where the coronavirus came from, it will be a big step to prevent the disease from spreading quickly.
Regarding politics, in Uganda a huge scandal happened during their election.
Accompanying that was a military coup that took place in Myanmar.
Natural disaster was witnessed in India where a landslide killed many people, appalled by this natural disaster.
At the end of February, there was no time to calm down, when an incident that disrupted most of the global supply chain was that a ship was stuck in the Suez Canal, and it took weeks to be able to recover. The canal returned to normal operation.
Parallel to that was the event that Pope Francis visited Iraq for the first time.
And what surprised us the most was the interview with the Prince Harry and his wife Meghan. The interview revealed many dark corners of the royal family. For example, they are very discriminating against people of color.
So in March, the world was overwhelmed with the consequences that COVID-19 could cause the world. Brazil has announced in this country has recorded more than 300,000 deaths caused by COVID-19, a number that hurts us all.
2021, one of those years where we could see Mother Nature get angry. Cyclone Zayora caused one of the largest floods in Indonesia, causing thousands of homes to be swept away, thousands of people missing and dead.
At the beginning of a new presidential period, President Joe Biden decided to withdraw all troops from Afghanistan after the war with terrorists, the longest war with the United States.
End of April, one of the most peaceful months of 2021 for mankind. The beginning of May is very good news in the fight against COVID-19. When the COVID vaccine has been approved and the entire population of the world is eligible to receive the COVID vaccine.
While the doctors and nurses are still trying to save the lives of people with COVID-19 with the determination and exhaustion, then somewhere in Israel caused a very bad incident that they opened fire on Palestinian protesters. As in Israel, the Israel-Hamas conflict has escalated to a point where a war broke out and killed hundreds.
The beginning of June was rather humorous incident when French President Macron in a walkout event was slapped in the face by a resident.
After the inauguration ceremony, Joe Biden immediately went to Russia to have a meeting with President Putin to negotiate the return of U.S. ambassadors after the tense incidents between Trump and Putin.
During the first 6 months of 2021, we still haven't talked about the topic of space, but at the beginning of July, a news was announced that space travel will become a reality due to billions of people. Richard Branson has just made a successful space trip.
The biggest sporting event of the Olympic year is finally taking place in Tokyo after many delays, but unfortunately, this time the games will take place without spectators, as well as the Japanese health authorities also have to have a headache in how to organize so that the COVID-19 epidemic does not spread.
In July, a big event related to Amazon took place when the company's director Jeff Bezos decided to resign and cede the position of Amazon director to someone else.
So in July, a natural disaster again occurred in Germany, where a weird rain fell on this country, causing an extremely unexpected flood, and it also considered the largest in history. History because it destroyed hundreds of houses, thousands of people were missing as well as dead.
At the beginning of August, an extremely important thing happened. The Taliban terrorist organization occupied the capital of Afghanistan, causing the president of this country to flee. Accompanying it was a terrorist attack that was carried out at Kabul airport, which led to a worldwide tremor.
Regarding social networks, in August, the Facebook application crashed for 6 hours. The incident raised questions about whether anonymous hackers were related.
Also in August, an event that shook the sports world when Messi made the most difficult decision of his football career to leave Barcelona. An era of Messi with Barcelona also ended. Fans of Messi as well as Messi were unhappy about this move, along with that Manchester United welcomed the return of a legend. Ronaldo, after many years away, has finally returned to Old Trafford.
One disaster ends, another begins. A huge wildfire has occurred due to dry weather in the green lung of the Amazon. Accompanying that is corruption of the Cumbre volcano that took place in Spain after thousands of years.
October, a month of peace when nothing bad happens.
Once again, we witnessed a terrorist incident in November 2021 when a drone assassination attempt on the Iraq minister was fortunately unsuccessful.
Constant war in the Middle East has led to more and more immigrants, and immigration crisis has taken place at the border of Belarus, which makes European government extremely difficult.
Thought we could end 2021 with a peaceful December. Then Russia and Ukraine had a conflict, realizing the threat of infiltration from Putin. The Ukrainian army declared war. To end this conflict, the US threatened to punish Russia if it did not stop the meaningless war with Ukraine immediately.
And that's the whole event that took place in the whole of 2021, one of the years that made the whole world tired of epidemic, senseless war, natural disasters that people had to endure.
A year with too many events and natural disasters. There are people who are trying to protect the world, but with them are the dead choices. I'm just a schoolboy, there's not much I can do besides showing sympathy for the good people and the hatred for the bad guys. I also just hope that the end of 2021 will open a happy 2022 and hope that the earth will not be cruelly destroyed anymore.